Welcome to the Imagine AI Live podcast here at the Fountain Blue on May 29th, 2025. It's been a long day here of shooting these 15-minute interactive podcasts. I'm so happy to have you as a guest. Could you please explain to people who you are and what you do?
Yeah, hey Chris, thanks for having me. I'm Anushrut. I lead the applied research team at PromptQL, which is a new product by Hasura. And I work on our research and product strategy for our newest AI product.
So PromptQL is the product that you're working on within Hasura.
Yeah.
Tell us, what is Hasura?
Hasura is a Series C startup founded like 8 years ago, and we have been in the data access space. So for the longest time, our product was instant GraphQL and REST APIs on your data sources, so making data access really easy, eliminating the need to write backend systems and backend APIs. So we have mastered data access over the course of the last decade, and now we thought this is the fundamental problem with AI, that AI does not have a reliable way of accessing data. And because we have been doing reliable data access for so long, we thought that we should also do something for the up-and-coming AI applications. So now our old product was based on GraphQL, so we thought, what should we name the new product, which is for AI, so it's called PromptQL.
PromptQL. So if I had to guess, you're helping companies take their data and securely use it, and then your product, PromptQL, uses LLMs to access that data safely?
Yes, so safety is one part of it, but also when I say reliability means that high accuracy, high predictability, complete explainability into its processes, complete control and steerability on top of that. And then, of course, security and access control is one part as well. So, so what PromptQL is, if I had to summarize in one line, it's an AI platform that allows you to build 100% accurate AI for analysis and automation on your enterprise scale data sources.
Okay. And could you maybe walk through a recent use case of a company using the product for us?
Yeah, for sure. So one of our biggest customers, they are a Fortune 50 tech company. They have acquired a bunch of different companies over the years. Now, each of these companies that they've acquired has their own different sales domains and sales orgs. And they don't have like a combined sales strategy in this company anymore. So what happens is, whenever they're going to a new prospect, they realize that one of the other subsidiaries has already reached out to them. And they are getting overwhelmed. The prospects are getting overwhelmed with the amount of reach outs that are happening.
Oh, wow.
Because they don't have a combined sales strategy. So the salesperson who is reaching out to them, they could have just done a simple job of asking, hey, have you already spoken to them? Have we already spoken to this prospect? If yes, who from our side spoke to them? What was the last conversation? What were they interested in? What were the problems they were trying to solve? Now, all of this information is in the Salesforce instance of that subsidiary, which me as the sales agent of a completely different subsidiary don't even have access to. So I don't have any view into that. How do I combine all of this? And if you expect me to move my Salesforce data into a single Salesforce instance, that's not happening. Because I have different schemas, different tables, different reports, and making your data organized is a myth. You think your data will ever be ready for AI? No, it won't. So you need an AI that works with any scale, any complexity of data. So, and that's for the individual salesperson. For the business leader, they want to improve their sales forecasting accuracy across all of their domains, right? They want to ask questions across all of their domains. They want deep research and insights across all of their sales domains, right? So they should be able to ask questions in natural language. Right now, they work with an analyst who takes like 3 days to come back with a response. And there's huge lag time, huge back and forth. Why can't my business leader ask something in natural language, and that my AI just goes into these data sources, fetches the right data, gives me the right response?
So what is the process then working with a company? I mean, that sounds like a pretty big company and a pretty big project. how long does it take to implement it for them?
Our POC timeline is 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have out-of-the-box connectors for a bunch of different data sources. And the best part about our platform is our agentic semantic layer. So we basically have built an AI that speaks your company's language. Now I need to teach this AI your company's language. So I can manually teach it by giving a lot of semantic context to the AI, or I can let my AI learn based on the interactions. So because PromptQL is very controllable and steerable, whenever I'm working with PromptQL, even if PromptQL gets something wrong, if I tell it, no, this is what you should have done. This is the table you should have looked at. This is the kind of transformation you should have done. This is the business term that I care about. All of this PromptQL keeps learning and keeps improving the semantic layer. So the actual setup only takes less than 2 weeks. And after those 2 weeks, it just keeps getting better and better as you use it.
Wow. And so are you providing them a platform within to use it, to ask it those questions as well?
So we have a playground which you can use, especially it's great for internal users because we have thought a lot about what should this ideal AI human interaction design should be. So we have a playground with a well thought through UI, which is great for internal users, but maybe if you want to expose a solution for an end customer, you probably don't want to show all of the different things our playground has, like all the reasoning steps, which are extremely detailed if you need them to be, and stuff like that. So this can also be accessed via the API. So we also have an agentic API, which you can just consume in your own UIs or under your own agents.
So yeah, an API that allows people to access all the
called
data.
PromptQL. We have a natural language API, and we have also something called a programs API, which is very interesting. So if, let's say, I've asked PromptQL a question, hey, do an analysis of the health of my business, take into account these 7 different criteria, pull data from 12 different sources, and then create a report for me with these types of visualizations. Great. Can you send that visualization on Slack or email? Sure. All of that just through natural language you've already done. Now, also you can ask PromptQL, hey, can you keep sending me the latest report every Monday? PromptQL is like, cool. Also, I want to integrate whatever data analysis you did into my Tableau dashboard. Okay, so every analysis that PromptQL did, every step that PromptQL took, a set of steps, that's also an API. So I can just literally not involve the LLM for reasoning anymore. This reasoning I loved, do this thing every single time. So I have a programs API as well.
Wow. And talk to us about your team that you work with and Hasura's, the size of your company.
Yeah, so we are 150 folks spread across the US, India, and then a few other countries. But we have offices in San Francisco and Bangalore. Series C.
Series C, great. Who are the some VC backing?
Yeah. So Green Oaks, Lightspeed, Nexus,
Lightspeed,
a few
nice,
others. Yeah.
Awesome. What's the roadmap for your products going forward here, and where do you see areas of expansion?
Yeah. So we are an enterprise-first company right now. So, and as you know, enterprises have like a longer sales cycle and stuff like that, but they're also bigger opportunities. But this is like a fundamentally transformative technology. Like first time someone has been able to build 100% reliable AI, which is general purpose, which can work with any kind of data, any kind of system, and just work. It would be great to get in hands of smaller companies, startups, mid-market, right? I've been speaking to so many people in this conference, and they would love such a technology. This would be transformative for their business, but maybe they can't afford that price point, right? So that's one. Second is a few research capabilities that we are about to launch. So one is, you must have used OpenAI's deep research, right?
Yeah.
Even Claude has deep research, Perplexity has deep research, which is great for like looking up the web and coming up with a detailed report about something. What if you had deep research on your enterprise data? Like ask a complicated question, give your AI a task, right?
Yeah.
And let it go through your CRM, through your databases, through your support tickets, through your documentation, look up stuff on the web, and come back with a very deeply researched insight and report for the task that you gave it. So that's something which we are working on, which we'll launch soon as well.
Amazing. Where's the headquarters?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Nice. And how about your marketing strategy? Do you what's the play there? Because it's B2B. I mean, you're trying to target enterprise, bigger businesses. So what are you across? Are you present on different social media platforms?
Yeah, we're pretty active on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, nice.
But also Twitter and a few others. Plus, we look very aggressive in our bright neons.
Yeah.
You'll start seeing neon at a lot of places in San Francisco soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, and plus these conferences we do a lot, and we're also looking at from a research and technical marketing point of view. So being in technical conversations, research groups, benchmarking studies we are publishing.
Mm-hmm.
We have ongoing collaborations with universities as well. So there are a few other ways we are.
Mm-hmm. Great. And can you talk about your company's moat? And are there other competitors trying to do what you're doing?
So yes and no. I would say our fundamental innovations people have been catching on to.
Mm-hmm.
So although we are first in the market, I wouldn't say we are the only player with this strategy and approach. But we have always been 6 months ahead. Like one of the first key innovations we had was decoupling AI planning from actual query execution, which is we don't let the AI generate an answer. We only let the AI come up with a plan of how to approach a problem, and that's it. AI's job is done, because a generated answer is a hallucinated answer, and we can't risk that in an enterprise scenario.
Wow.
But so AI does the planning, because as humans also you do the planning. Your analyst writes code.
Yeah.
That's it. Analyst's job is done. They press enter, and then the code itself does all the execution and orchestration of data and stuff like that. That's exactly the architecture we follow with AI. Now I'm comfortably talking about this architecture because other people have also started doing it, but we did this a year ago. So now, how do we improve the planning? Because planning can still be hallucinated. So you need a semantic layer which speaks the language of your business, right? Your planning should not just rely on the schemas of your database, but also like the tacit and tribal knowledge that you have developed over the last 10 years working in your company.
Yeah.
Right? So how does your AI capture all of that? So the semantic layer, agentic semantic layer, what we call it, which is a self-learning, self-improving semantic layer, which we have been building.
So your product gets better the more time it's being used by these companies.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's the great thing about our product. And the best thing is, whenever our product gets better, it creates a new build for itself, a build of itself. And these are immutable builds. So literally our product itself version controls itself. So in case you ever want to roll back, you can always roll back.
There's breakthroughs in AI every day. What AI breakthroughs are you kind of looking forward to in the future that could help, improve your product? Or you're looking forward to implementing into your product?
Yeah. So when Gemini came out with their new model saying that we have a 2 million tokens context window, we got super excited by that because some of our customers. One of our largest customers has like thousands of tables in their schemas, many dozens of different data sources, petabytes of data they want to work with. And even though the actual data is not handled by the AI in our architecture, but at least the context of the schema for planning is handled by the AI. So we're like, how do we give 1,000 rows of data with all the semantic information and context about it to the AI with a 200,000 token context window, right? And there's a lost in the middle problem, and then LLM does not follow the instructions and this and that. So we got excited by the token length. But again, 2 million is just a number. Doesn't mean they're reliable 2 million.
Yeah.
So we have like optimization strategies of how to work with large schemas. But it would be great if LLMs have natively they support massive schemas. It would be great if LLMs can natively handle a bunch of data, especially numerical and structured data. Like try giving ChatGPT a list of 20,000 numbers and ask it, can you give me the average of these numbers?
Yeah.
Just like copy paste it in its chat box. It'll say, I can't do this.
You can't do it.
I can't sum. I am not a math genius. I'm a text model.
Yeah.
I'm a probabilistic text model. But what if it could do it? Right now, like you can integrate with Wolfram Alpha. So PromptQL can literally call Wolfram Alpha and run complicated regression if required. So yes, that's great. But what if natively LLMs could do that?
Cool.
Imagine what cooler things we could build on top.
Yeah, and so I imagine you're implementing these things as they come out, like, if it's going to benefit your company.
Day zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Day zero. There you go. Anything else you'd like to tell us about your company and how people can get in touch with you?
Oh, for sure. So I would say if I would love to ask everyone this question, which is, if you had 100% reliable, 100% accurate AI for any analysis, automation, decision making, research that you could do for yourself, for your employees, for your business, for your customers, what massive business value would you unlock? Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of business value would you be able to unlock? If you have an answer to that question, if you have that vision, I would love to talk to you, because that's exactly what we're trying to do with our customers. Your largest impacts have been in hundreds of millions of dollars. And yeah, to learn more about PromptQL, just visit promptql.io, or learn more about hasura.io, or just Google PromptQL and you'll find us.
Amazing.
Or find people in Neon.
Well, thank you so much for being here at Imagine AI Live. I hope you're enjoying the conference, and I look forward to talking with you or somebody else at your company anytime you'd like.
Of course. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That's one small step for man,